difficulties. Oh boy. Greetings and salutations. It's good to be here. I've been meaning to get on. Been busy with a lot of other stuff. Putting together a panel for something called Africa Day. Ooh, what a time to be having an Africa Day. Africa standing the fuck up. More specifically in the Sahel region. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up, but I released the title track for Revolution the Musical um, a few weeks before the Sahel region had their uprising. And I blame the music. I blame the damn songs. I'm talking about a revolution in musical form, and then all of a sudden a revolution pops up. I wanted it to be in America, but starts elsewhere, moves on. Um, I like to think we should be learning from what Africa is doing. They're Burkina Faso. They're getting a lot of shit for self-sufficiency because Ibrahim Traore, president, he got in there. He starts like making education free all the way through university. Um, he's kicking out the colonizers, making the natural resources belong to the people. That's kind of what fucking Gaddafi did before they sodomized him with a bayonet, and Hillary Clinton laughed about it. Like, we came, we saw he's dead. So, Abraham Traore is doing something right. How are you? I'm holding it together somehow, some way. Blessings in abundance, so are the stresses, but, depends on perspectives. Thoughts on Trump 100 days? Trump is garbage. I told y'all he was horrible, someone I would never vote for. That being said, I'm sure the Democrats would have been worse. I'm super excited that Kamala Harris isn't in there. A lot of people who wouldn't have thought about organizing showed up to meetings because they know the Republicans are bad. They know Trump bad. So we got to use that to our advantage. The enemy is easier to take out when the enemy is easier to define. Democrats, they have all of the lingo to make you think they give a shit when they don't. So, Trump. People want to say it's all bad, and I think it is all bad for the most part. And the stuff that seems like it's not so bad is really a concession, when Trump ended USAID. He didn't do it because it's bad and that they fund the overthrows of government. He's for that, but they couldn't do it with USAID because these other countries realized, oh, this is some bullshit. This is how the U.S. is a Trojan horse. It looks like a gift, but it fucks us over, makes us more subservient. So they couldn't continue USAID. People were making it seem like ending USAID is bad. Yet, no, it's not. All the shit that they funding should not be funded. But it's not like we see any of the benefits. It's not like we take the money from USAID and start funding neighborhoods. It's still getting into the pockets of the criminals who own our government. They just put up this facade, made it look like they're doing something. I find it ironic that products of nepotism like Donald Trump and Elon Musk are calling out DEI programs, diversity, equity, inclusion, making it seem like people only got their job because of these DEI programs. Meanwhile, you only got your position because you shot out of the right dudes in that sack. Like, most people I know can't borrow a couple $1,000,000 for a startup capital. And that's who Elon Musk and Donald Trump, all of these criminals, all these billionaires, they come from extravagant money. It's not just Republican billionaires versus Democrat billionaires. Billionaires of all political stripes need to be criminally investigated and locked up, detain them. Lock up the billionaires before Luigi gets free. Now, I'm trying to save the billionaires. I see people sharper than guillotines in the streets daily. I walk past 3 mobs with guillotines. I'm like, hey, you guys need I'm trying to save the people you're going to guillotine by locking them up. At least that's what I'm doing. So Trump, Musk, all of y'all just turn yourselves over to the law. Like, put yourself in one of those for-profit prisons that you made so much money off of. And, make this easy on yourselves. Otherwise, you're going to get gunned down in the street and no one's going to have any sympathy for you. I'm not saying that I'm going to do it. I'm just saying I'm just reading the room. The zeitgeist of the country. Hi, Nate. Howdy. Speak politics. This shit is crazy, maybe. Politics, one thing, I'm a revolutionary. This political system, trying to get it to cater to us, investing in Democrats. I don't know if you're keeping up with all of those fucking emails and text messages asking you for money even after Kamala won. Offensive. Like, you motherfuckers just work hand in hand with all these corporations taking all this money, selling out our future, selling out our country. And then you still want to ask me for some money. My broke ass. No, thank you. I will not be helping you. I will not be aiding and abetting you criminals. This shit is crazy, man. America with tariffs. Well, and the funny thing is, like, what are we using these tariffs to protect? American business. The richest man in America is Elon Musk. He's not even American. He's a South African colonizer. That's why he feels right at home in Israel. He wants to protect them because a lot of those South Africans, once the jig was up with the apartheid regime in South Africa, they moved to Israel. They show Israel support and love because they got the same fucking agenda. They claim it's anti-Semitism to be against white supremacy, still in the land of Kemet. Kemet being the land of the black. You know, they're saying that white people are entitled to that area because it's their homeland. Meanwhile, they're fucking European. Like, you motherfuckers got your genetic mutation during the last ice age in the Caucasus Mountains. So why do these black people? I mean, there's an argument to be made. You know, Arabs in the land of Kemet, that wasn't their land first. They got to the area around the 13th dynasty. This is what a lot of people call Egypt now, but it was Kemet longer than it was Egypt, and that's before white people. White people came after the Arabs. So the debate whether what people should be getting it doesn't include white people at all. But it's just like the news keeps telling you we're protecting Western values by continuing the genocide. So burning the whole system down, like the moving around deck furniture on the Titanic doesn't really come to my mind as like a valuable waste of a valuable use of time. Thoughts on deporting American citizens to El Salvador and not returning them? Solid idea. I mean, I was against this shit. I don't know if you were paying attention. It was I even made fun of it on the My Picks channel when they started passing those laws to just harass brown people in Arizona. um, and not just Arizona, but it started in Arizona, then worked its way around. But yeah, they had all these laws to harass people, lock them up in these for-profit detention centers, and that's just a way of enabling American slavery, the new American slavery. We get a bunch of foreigners to do it. People come in here and do it without the right paperwork, or even if they have the right paperwork, they'll steal it from you and just keep you doing work for nothing. And you got no one to go to because ICE is waiting for you. Um, so it's just a continuity, and a system that was continued by Democrats, started by Democrats, and continued by Republicans. It's a big club and you ain't in it. Hi Nate, what it do? You're so pretty. Thank you. No problem. Blessings. I think we got a love connection. Do you think defunding the police is ever a logical strategy? Ever? Um, yes. If you mean by defunding the police, no longer letting them go to these trips to Israel, so they can learn how to harass people, detain them, and use the weaponry on the Palestinians. Because they multiple police unions have these trips as a part of their training process. And it's like, why? What is this? How is it benefiting anyone? Um, in some ways, we should fund the police more so they can live in the towns that they're policing. So they can know the people, not be a foreign agent who doesn't see humanity in them. Um, we should be policed by ourselves, um, and trained in de-escalation, not weaponry. You don't need a gun most of the damn fucking time. Pretty much none of the time. If you do your job right, a gun is never needed. Hi, hello. Thoughts on ICE practices and detaining illegal immigrants or otherwise? It's being reported that they are just grabbing anyone up. Yeah, they've been doing that for some time. I'm glad that some of it's having light shed on it. But yeah, they always got the in group, out group. Um, After 9/11, it was Arabs. It's like fucking Arab sand niggers. The hate crimes against them went up. It's just like we dehumanized them to the point where people were okay with any fate befalling on them, even if it's the most atrocious shit. It could be their kids, could be whoever. It's just like it's justified, right? And then that mindset, it just stays ready to go off on whoever the news tells you to hate next. Um, during COVID, it was Asian people. To say Chinese, but it's just, the racist doesn't take time to distinguish. It's just Asian people in general. Hate crimes against them go up now. Now they want you to hate the Hispanic folks. Or really, just call them what they are. They're natives with Spanish accents, because they lean towards the Spanish part of the colonized land. But let's not forget, California was originally Mexico, right? And we got this whole system set up for giving reparations to white people in the form of brown people land when it comes to Israel. It's like, oh, that's their land because some Jewish people lived there thousands of years ago. Yeah, those Jewish people were black. Let's just forget that part. Yes, but it's like, yeah, they people can buy into this idea that people who lived here thousands of years ago, because they were Jewish and look nothing like the current Israeli roster, that land is theirs. But the people who actually had California, they can't go there now. They get harassed by ICE. It is diabolical. And to the extent that people believe in it, it's sad. It says a lot about who they are. Trump has been blaming Zelensky for not ending the war. What is your perspective on the war thus far? Do you see an end in sight soon? Um, well, you talk. I mean, I'd like to end all wars, but I realize you're specifically talking about the Ukrainian war. That war should have never been started. Only reason it started was because the Zelensky government is packed to the teeth with Nazis. My government is packed to the teeth with Nazis. They say my government, the government that claims to represent America. I'm not really an American. I'm a Turtle Islander. Born on this continent, the government does not represent me. Um, but yeah, Nazis support Nazis, and the Ashkenazi movement, where a bunch of white people steal brown people land. They got Nazis too, as we can see when they kill those Palestinians. Um, yeah, so the war it should have never been started. I'm all for taking the people who are behind these wars, these criminals milking us, getting rich. Uh, Send them to the lands that they destroyed, and let those people sort them out, figure out what to do with them. Like you bombed them. Now here, the only way we can make things right is to give them the criminals that killed so many of their loved ones. So um, let's end the war and let's prosecute the war criminals. We got to make sure we got to make a big public scene of it. That's the only way we can be trusted. So people know that the government officials who got us into these wars, they're not our friends. I'm not gonna like pick up arms if Joe Biden and Donald Trump get kidnapped. Like they tell me that that someone got all the billionaires at Raytheon and Boeing and Northrop Grumman. I'm not gonna be sweating. If anything, I'm just gonna like send them over a fruit platter. Was it a fruit bouquet? Whatever, an edible arrangement. Thank you. I appreciate that. Have you heard of the $400 inflation checks? Thoughts on a strategy to combat inflation with bare minimum, or is this a ploy to a bigger agenda? I mean, nothing is really help. Everything is a broader agenda. $400 ain't gonna do shit for anybody. Don't. I'm not familiar with what you're talking about. I know I've been getting a lot of messages saying this is not a scam, and then they go into like some $15,000 government check or whatever. I don't trust. I do not trust anything that the government does. Um, uh, if they do anything right, it's because they brought along kicking and screaming. So the answer to all of our problems is not going to be voting for someone who hates you every 2 to 4 years. Um, we have until we have a mechanism to hold them accountable for their decisions. They're going to continue to fuck us over. So we need accountability mechanisms. And that's you and me. That's like making sure we paid up. We got uh, enough money to keep people like Luigi free, because not because he's a murderer, because I don't think he actually did it. But we got to keep people like that free, so the billionaires they think twice before they make mistakes like they're doing right now. Is Ye a revolutionary? You'd say? No, I would not say that. Swastika change and going against the Jews. Would you consider him crazy for challenging the system? I don't think he's challenging the system. I think he is just um, paid opposition. Like they get him to say it, and then it's just like you're crazy for being associated with it. I mean, the swastika, it would be like something he's like, oh, this is the traditional Vedic swastika. the Indian swastika, what Hitler was inspired by. And he had like a speech like, oh, like this meant something totally different. Then the symbol was co-opted by these evil forces, just like Christianity. They co-opted the symbol of the Ankh, which means life. It has like all of this deeper meaning. It's the key to life. It's something you have to have when passing over. The cross is a rip off of this, but the cross is a symbol of torture, like killing the savior, the state killing a savior for being a revolutionary. All right. So if you wear your cross and you're just proud to be a patriot and support the state, then that is not Jesus, especially if you're American. Jesus would be protesting your state. He would be uh, killed by your state. They got COINTELPRO to prevent people like Jesus from rising. He'd be right there with Fred Hampton, Malcolm X, and Martin Luther King. So, yay, I man, I hope he finds wellness. But I look at it like he's just like any other. He's a billionaire in hip hop billionaire. So he claims to come from nothing, come from little, and it's just like you got all this money, and you can't where's the bank? Where's the bank, Chicago bank that is funded by you that supports the black people you claim to care about? You got enough money for a public bank? You got enough money to like actually do something? That's why it's just I'm suing YouTube because it's been over 10 years since they took down my largest channel, and I've been attacked ever since then. They had like algorithms suppressing me. They shut down more of my channels. They shut down 4 altogether. They bought up the fucking place I was going to for sponsorships so I can like pay my rent. Then they made it so I couldn't get sponsorships through them anymore. So it's like I was attacked by YouTube. So I'm suing them for $11 billion for each year that they fucked me over. And then I'm just gonna win it, and I'm only gonna keep 10 million. And I'm gonna give the rest of the 11 billion away. And I'm gonna show people how to live off the interest of $10 million. That's what I'm gonna do. Yay, you got all those billions. You ain't doing shit. It speaks volumes on you, especially he's charging $1,500 for a shirt, for a white T-shirt. Some crazy exorbitant prices, ripping off his fan base. Not a revolutionary. he's a price gouger. When you say you're a revolutionary, what work have you done, or what's your overall message to your audience in the government and justice system today? Well, been doing a lot of local organizing, work with Umoja, Project Baldwin, SNCC, president of SNCC, Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. They merged with the Black Panthers. I got to meet several Black Panthers, including the last leader of the national chapter, Lane Brown. Yeah, so um, organizing, with the Palestinian struggle, was at multiple encampments. That's also why I'm just concerned about seeing people who were helping out the Palestinian encampments being legally prosecuted, being deported. Because I don't think they're just going to go after the people who are from another country and just be done there. I think they're going after everybody. So, yeah, just doing what I can, finding whatever resources I can for whoever's trying to organize. And like I said, I'm putting together a panel for an upcoming event. And, you know, I'm limited in funding. We were actually, and this is before Trump got into office, so I don't want to blame his DEI stuff. But we were getting our funding cut ever since before even last year. Like we were supposed to go to Africa California chapters. They went to Africa multiple times. I was expecting to be able to go last year. I got my passport and all that shit ready, and then all of our funding got cut. We couldn't even go to a trip to California. So, um, figuring out how to adjudicate that matter. I'm realizing this is going on too. Hi, speak on it, Nate. It had been a while since the vlogging. Yes, sorry about that. Sorry. Yeah, the French went brazy. You from Bompton? Um, what? You're not a Kamala Hiver? She's black and from Cali too. Maybe that's why I don't like her, because she's a big part of the reason why I had to get the fuck out of California. She's horrible, and so much of her just reminds me of different family members who are unquestionably loyal to the government because they got most of my family's military. Just about all my siblings military, different branches of the military. They're all soldiers. I'm a warrior of love. Warriors know what they're fighting for. Soldiers are taking orders. And man, well, my record speaks for itself, because a lot of the stuff, like whenever we have like these uh, 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 debates, they get heated debates. Like motherfuckers like just saying some of the coldest shit. But it's all brainwashing, right? And then eventually they come to realize how fucked up, especially after COVID. Man, like I had some fucked up shit said, not just family, just loved ones, and in general, just random strangers saying some fucked up shit. But my military family, they were like just the most fucking stubbornly unquestioning of whatever the fuck they were doing. And then when they made the decision, you didn't make it. Looked at you like you were crazy. I just said my piece. I was like, yeah, well, I think this, and this is gonna happen. And sure enough, I was right. And some family, like they just, they back down. But none of them are like bold enough to apologize, even after saying some crazy shit. Um, but then, none of them are keeping up with their boosters. So I know they woke up to some shit, but it's a process. Um, but yeah, so many of them just remind me of Kamala, and that is not like a compliment to Kamala. It's just more so I have family like that, so it's just like I see through the bullshit. But yeah, Kamala, just the fakest. Like laughing, always laughing, nothing close to nice, not a good person. Smiles all the time, horrible person. They have the lingo and the money and the cultural cachet. Indeed. Well, we got the culture. The actual culture is with the people. Like they try to control the culture from the top down, but you see all that shit is falling. It's failing. Look at fucking Snow White. All this garbage. They motherfucker. And this is the thing that's crazy for me. They want us to be mad at China, because China they're talking about not respecting intellectual property rights. Oh my, China, please don't respect the IP of any of these fucking companies. Like when the patent system is totally bogus. That's bullshit. The patent system only exists to prop up the fucking monopolies like Google and Amazon and Microsoft. These motherfuckers working hand in hand with the government, and they keep vital shit off of the market, shit that could improve our society in ways we can't even fathom. Right, the patent system protects us from having that kind of life-changing, transforming technology that will greatly improve our situation. So China don't respect the patents, don't respect their fucking trademarks and copyrights. Motherfucking, we shouldn't respect it. If a corporation owns the copyright for whatever content, and they're gonna put out prequels and sequels to the same shit over and over, remakes, it's just like we shouldn't give them any money for that. Like what happened to originality? Would you say religion is a big factor in a relationship if your spouse has the opposite beliefs than you? I mean, religion isn't a big factor for some people, probably. Um, but I think if you're like going by a religion, like what are we talking about? Religion is it's just like a it's an obstacle from people getting closer together. Like you got the wrong God. Values, principles, what are those? Does your religion bring you those? Are you a Christian because Jesus was a revolutionary and you identify with him? You want to overthrow the state? That's something, you know. If you just like reading King James's Bible and you think that makes you feel better, King James a fucking slaver, just a garbage human being. Like he created a religion for the slave. That's what Christianity is, right? And then just like uh, they're doing in Israel, a bunch of religiously persecuted white people came to Turtle Island, and then they felt that the land was owed to them. They had God given right to this land, so they genocided people in the name of Jesus, and they consider you a savage for not taking on their God. Yeah, that's my experience with religion. I was raised Christian because it's just a thing to do. It's the default religion in America. It's like what is that U2 album that just got put on everybody's iPhone that nobody wanted. It's just there. um, so yeah, if your religion is that important to you, where it like keeps you away from other people, yeah, yeah, I can see religion getting in the way. But yeah, even if you have the same religion as somebody, it's just that mindset that you cultivate that makes you separate yourself from other people. That's going to be the problem. So it could be the religion, it could be something else small and stupid, but it's just the mindset that it's us versus you, um, and the us is not your class. You know, like it's us versus y'all, like the 99 versus the 0.1%. I'm with that. That makes sense to me. You got the exploiters versus the exploited. I got you. I'm with you. That's my team. The exploited. So we know who our enemy is, right? But if you just like you pray over there, you look east when you pray. I look west when I pray. Let's kill him. That's it's not a productive conversation. Um, you'll never be able to spend $11 billion in a lifetime, anyways, Nate. It's all right. 10 mil is cool. Well, I mean, that's the whole point. I want to show I don't need that kind of money. Your value is not. It does not come from what you have. It comes from what you can go without. So if I could have $10 billion and just give it away, it proves I'm more valuable than any of these fucking billionaires who continue to steal more money, even though they have more money than they can spend. Right? Elon Musk, $300 billion. You're broken. You are a broken person. Why do you keep stealing taxes? Why do you keep stealing our fucking money? You fucking welfare queen. And then talking about people on Social Security are the problem. You are, you scumbag. Um, so it's once again we're talking about just the mindset, the gluttonous, and you got to keep in mind Elon Musk. He comes from that colonizer money. His family was stealing the emeralds from South Africa. He thought he was entitled to that. He used that money to invest in shit like PayPal, another service where he didn't do shit, but he got billions of dollars over time from it. And it's just like, and then Tesla, Someone else, other people invented it. He bought it up. Then he started getting the subsidies from giving away these EVs or giving away, selling them at discounted prices, getting money from the government. And then he puts an embargo on better EVs coming from China. So now we have to buy not from an American manufacturer, from a South African uh, who's a piece of shit. But he's so closely connected to the government that he's able to prevent uh, um, actual competition from making it to the market with better products. So yeah, it's all kinds of cockamamie. Um, and that's it. That's why I want when I win my lawsuit, I want all my money to be taken from the billionaires' pockets directly. Like it's just Bill Gates, um, Elon Musk, all of the people who run Google, all these motherfuckers. I want to set the precedent. I get my 11 billion, right? I'm gonna set up some kind of a fund so other people in a similar situation, like they can get their money, and we just leave these billionaires broke, destitute. What would the world look like if they didn't have more money than entire nations? I mean, I think it'll look a lot better because then they might have to face justice, or at least that's what one could hope for. Hey, Nate's vlogs, missed employee evaluations. There are a lot of employees to be evaluated. Well, they're still on Rumble.com, the new ones as well. That's capitalism. I mean, the fuck? Nah, dude. Ooh. That's refreshing. Well, internet, I just wanted to tap in with y'all. I got some new videos, new employee evaluations coming at rumble.com/NateFlix. Or you could do nateflix.net. It'll take you there for the time being. Then I'm going to be putting together a shop where you can get your gear. You got the African Solidarity Fist shirt. It's a prototype. The clothing, you can find that Radically Threaded on Instagram, radically_threaded. I got very few posts on there, but a lot of the stuff you have to get from participating in community building. So you show up, you can get it for free. But if you can't make it to the areas I'm going to be working in, you could also support by buying it. We'll have some options for purchase. But yeah, it's all revolutionary shit. Love the African liberation colors, red, green, and black, and gold, of course, because it's two different flags. Some people recognize one and not the other, vice versa. So I got it all. And yeah, you just continue to support the revolutionaries. Subscribe if you have not done so already. I'll be doing this more regularly. I've been like whipping my whole living space into shape, and it's still a work in progress. I'm waiting for some more organizers. If you see the clutter and the mess, that'll be gone in no time. But don't forget to be good to each other. Love y'all. Viva la revolution. And toodles.